And I'm joined by Matthias.
Hi, I'm from Austria. I play for the Austrian national team, the fourth event in a row by now. Sadly, a pause in between the stints.
I don't know what could have caused that pause, but anyway, we're going to move away from that moment. I don't know if you can hear it, but we have the Spaniards doing their chant.
I always thought this is an Italian song.
Well, I feel like it has been co-opted by quite a few nations. I think it is an Italian song, but we love the enthusiasm, we love the energy, we love the enjoyment shared by our European friends here.
I mean, that's like one of the most important things a chant has to do is like to fire up your own team, to hype them up, to get them ready for a quick start in the game. Because for Spain, it's the first game they play today.
It is the first game, yes.
They have already one of the favorites of the tournament in Belgium, who had the game before against Turkey.
Especially, as you said, on pitch one earlier in the first slot, as you can see on our live stream as well. Later on tonight, you can watch that game back. But they, I think, if I remember correctly, Belgium were 2 goals down when they caught the flag runner.
That's right, yeah. They had to fight against a really strong, really fierce hoop defense. Which was supported by strong tackling from the Turkish team, and they were really struggling to score on most of the time.
As we haven't seen the Turkish team international tournaments for quite some time. Obviously, we saw them at Q Nations last year, and they put an incredible performance there. But Belgium weren't in attendance, so I wonder if they had done their homework to beat this hoop defense, and maybe they had enough tactical awareness of how to beat it, and maybe that's why they managed to pull ahead. But as you said, they maybe relied on their seeking game a bit too much.
Yeah, I mean, there is a really strong hoop defense team on the club level, with the Braunschweig Brummikrones, and the strongest Belgium club team had to play against them several times by now. So we thought they might be more used to it.
Yes.
It's ready for the brooms up. Great start from the Belgian player, already going for a drive and a score. We have the first score by number 3, but a stoppage.
Number 3, Max. We unfortunately do not have our cheat sheets with us right now, but cool. I don't know if we're getting ref mic here, but we're just going to pause just so we can hear it back, to be fair, because I struggle to hear myself while I'm talking. But anyway, as our lovely head ref there, Niklas, stated, you can't tackle from behind while moving. New rule for this year, if you are behind, you can be stationary, which is nice. But
if you're running, you can't be stationary. That's very
exactly,
true, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, really nice pump fake there to look for the pass and then get round the defender for that goal. Volleyball or quad ball is reset with keeper for Spain, Alberto.
We'll see what happens. The Spanish play a really fast, quick passing game, relying a lot on individual skill and athleticism. So I hope we can see a lot of that here, because it fits the Belgium team also a bit more than a hoop defense.
Yes, I think this should be a really nice game with lots of nice passing, open style play, and there is I'll give you a little bit of insight to the Spanish team, having played there this season myself with the Malaga Vikings, current Spanish champion. Just going a little bit of brag there. Humble brag. Malaga Vikings, they and Sevilla Warriors, they really like to play this wide beta defense, which when we played Antwerp, which is the Belgium top team, really confused them and they struggled. But really nice catch there from Jorge, but a good beat. And pass over the top, no good. Chrissy behind the hoops, unfortunately, not scoring.
And Seppe de Wit on the counter-attack.
Looking for the pass.
To the right. Some struggling, but Ertz has the ball now. Yeah, Merckx is only running for the quad ball at
They sub off,
yeah.
But
the Belgian team has control. They have to go slow now because they lost 2 chasers. And now they have everything fine in hand.
Yeah. Really strong lineup here for Spain. We have Chrissy on point with Alberto and Jorge on the hoops with Stephanie Jan behind. Beaters are Hector of Dementores and Elena of Sevilla, as I said earlier. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Good beat there from Hector, who then gets beat out in return, unfortunately. But Jorge's running through, steps. Ooh. Really good, powerful running there.
Yeah. So the Spanish defense was pretty interesting. They had 3 chasers on 3 chasers, so like a person marking almost. On the really small corner, I don't know why Belgium chose to go really tight in this scenario.
Well, I think what they were relying on is they had their beaters with I think it's Louis and is that Jorna?
It's Jorna, yes.
Jorna, yes. They had their beaters. Again, tackle. We saw the tackle from behind. The person was stationary, or it's that one step allowed. Again, close. But as we said, the pass, I think, for Belgium, when they were tight in the corner on the right-hand side, they're trying to pass back because a dodgeball control was with Belgium. Hector managed to identify that. Louis was not paying attention. Hector took out Louis, got taken out himself, and therefore there was no dodgeballs on defense for Jorge to run straight through.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good attempted tackle, but I think Jorge's quite a powerful runner.
We saw a thing I really, really enjoy about the Spanish game. The beta game is that they also really like passing the balls back and forth. Talking about passing, quick pass to the side to and a stoppage by the Spanish team.
Really nice tackle there. Good arm slap it looked like.
Yes, and we're still at 2-1 for
Belgium, I think.
For the Belgium team, yes.
But you were mentioning that Spain open style passing. This is what I alluded to at the beginning. It's something that the Malaga Vikings and Sevilla Warriors do really nicely. Is the this open style where they have one beater in the middle of the hoops and they have one on the side and they throw the dodgeball back and forth because for Malaga at least the 2 beaters used to be chasers.
Oh, that's great. I did not know that. It was another quick attack by Belgium with a shot over the hoops, so still the same standings. I played against Jorge last year at the Intergalactic Cup, not Intergalactic, Wildlings Cup, which is a German fantasy tournament, a quite amazing one, and we knew who he was. We knew what he was doing, and we still had no chance to tackle him when he wanted to go through. He's absolutely amazing to watch him play.
Yes, Jorge is a very good player. I think unlucky with the shot there. Really, I was going to say, really good shooter, really good driver. Might try and steal that there. Unfortunately, wraps up. But what does delays the
inevitable,
but it allows your team to get reset on hoops. But it looks like the referees are calling delayed penalty against Spain with Jesus.
Probably another back contact because he had some.
I think it was on the beaters.
Oh, it might have been on the beaters as well. Yes.
I saw assistant referee Anjit seeing an incident involving the beaters in the middle. Zule going back to hoops.
The back contact rule will forever be debated one.
Yes. Where do you stand on it then? Where's your opinion?
I think it's fine, but I think a lot of side contact, that's actually back contact, doesn't get called as it should be.
Yes.
Like a lot of instances where the person has already passed the player who wants to tackle and still gets to the tackle legally in the eyes of the refs is something I'm not a fan of, because it happens more often than not that these things get not carded or called.
Yes. I think here we are. Contact after being beat this time. Okay, so not the back contact, but yes, I think you are right completely. I do like that the new back contact rule is in effect. I think we are in those we call them teething problems, where we are trying to learn how to ref it correctly. But I do think we need to be a bit more vigilant in how we're referring that on that side contact element. Screen
Amazing
attempted being
dodge.
set there on Alberto. Hector with the beautiful split leg dodge. Very athletic player. This is a really interesting style of quad ball for Belgium, and in particular how they're trying to counter into this defense. Really nice pass there, Sepe, far side, just pushed in there from number 6, I believe.
Yeah, this is a thing the Belgian team does really, really well. Also, the Turkish team used to be really, really good at it. I haven't seen the Turkish do it that much anymore, but the Turkish team I said I don't know who scored it right now, but also Hanne Hermans is really, really good. It's just appearing out of nowhere and standing at the right spot to score a goal.
Yeah, we can see Hector and Hezule doing this passing of the dodgeball round, which is nice. A lot of teams struggle to deal with that, which is quite interesting.
As the Vienna Vanguards, I played for the Vienna Vanguards, we explicitly trained this to play against it. And there's another boots down, yes.
But yeah, you're telling me. So, you guys trained to try and play against us at EQC earlier this year?
Yes.
And how did your beaters in particular adapt to training to play that way and obviously play against that way?
I have to confess, I am not a beater, so I can't entirely talk about it. But we did a wide setup in defense, which the Malacca Vikings use, and we're trying to force it, try to force against it with like simultaneous attacks between chase and beat up.
Yeah.
Right now we saw an amazing shot from Annemarie Stabel, who played in Austria 2 years ago, and then also saved by her.
And what we just saw was a really nice tackle there. Jorge and Alberto going for the tackle, switching the ball. Looked fine. Pass back to Sepe, a bit long. Alberto there, blocking. Alberto there, going for the tackle, wrapping, just closing up. And Alberto jumping in and stopping it. Keeper is immune from the goaltending rule. What a beautiful display of athleticism there from Alberto. Played basketball for many years, and we're seeing those athleticism, those hops, that verticality come into effect there.
Mm-hmm. This was the thing I was talking about. A lot of athleticism, quick plays, a lot of amazing movement as an individual. But also the tackle steal from the Belgium chaser was like uniquely beautiful.
Yeah. I think this is probably one of the most technical games we're going to see this weekend. In regards to, obviously, it's not just going to be two teams running at each other, trying to hit each other as hard as they can. The tackles are going to be hard, tackles are going to be strong, tackles are going to be mostly legal, as we've seen so far. As always. But I think this is going to be a game of tactics and technical display of ability. Something that's quite interesting that Spain do is there one dodgeball on the ground, but they are not going for it. They are trying to use their dodgeball people to their beaters to screen out and rely on their physical chaser defense. But yes, still Hector now subbing off.
Yeah, we're almost at the second line of the Spanish team. Jorge is the only one still on from the first drive. Pass to him, but he slips.
Unlucky. That was it was like a Hail Mary pass, but actually sometimes I think those are quite nice. Ooh. Yeah.
This is like a really small thing you have to be careful.
Yes.
Because if he only touches the ball, it is a legal illegal contact from behind.
Yeah.
But I think he gave her too much of a shove.
Yeah.
So that's why the yellow card is here.
I think you can hear the contact from skin to skin, and that's the bit that you're not allowed.
Yeah.
But I always find it's quite a dangerous attempt when they're tucking the ball in. If the ball is being held out, then yes, you've got a lot more flexibility, because if they move, they can obviously you're just not going to hit the hand, you're going to hit nothing.
Yes.
Another substitution in the green headband for Belgium.
Great shot from Glenn Bellego from Ghent, I think. From Ghent. I think they have two of the best shooters on the pitch right now. Didn't I see Joy somewhere? Joy is right next to Glenn. It's like just those shots on now.
Yeah. Glenn is a very good shooter, but unfortunately very. So I wasn't sure what was going on there. Glenn, very good shooter, but not the most, very forgetful as well. And I try to remember what the right word was there, but very forgetful, having forgot the mouth guard and boots this weekend.
Oh no! Did you have to buy both completely new?
No. Luckily, I think Douglas Bryant of England had a mouth guard that was unused, and he's using my boots.
Oh!
I bought them this morning for him because I am not playing. Good tackle there, attempt. Good beat from Hezulu. Second tackle again. Glenn still pushing through. Managed to get the ball out though.
Still safe. Lana Notz is helping with the beat-out pressure.
Yeah, this is a really physical style of defense that we're seeing, and I think this is what I think the lineup at the moment is 2 for Madrid. Good steal there from number 14 of Spain, I think also who plays for Madrid Lynx. Looking for that pass, switch to Jorge, who's been marked right now, so passes to Stabel as the shoulder. I
know that Annemarie Stabel played as a soccer keeper before, He did some amazing saves at EQC, playing for Madrid Lynx.
Yep. Really nice tackle there from Glenn. Good dodge though from Jorge. Second tackle again from Glenn. Really strong. Jorge managed to get it out. And the ball is still with Spain. Drives, steps, passes, misses, shoots. Goal was good the first time.
Yeah.
Goal was good the first time. And I believe the referee, Niklas, is just saying we did call a stoppage. Everyone just stop. Contact from behind.
When
yes.
When the keeper was driving past Hanne, it was like this last effort, which is the one I was talking about before, that gets not carded that much. But
Niklas is obviously a very experienced, very good head referee, who I think is quite strict with the rules, which sometimes can result in minor infractions, like we saw with Jorge's slap being a full yellow card, but it is the letter of the law, and I think a lot of these players know Niklas.
Yeah, you know what you're gonna get with him.
Yeah. Really nice split beat there. Good beat out from Hizuli. And Manu with the ball passes off to the keeper, looking for the second pass for Stabel. Passes right over the top. Manu unfortunately gets beats again.
And this is the play where the Spanish people thrive in.
Yeah.
Oh.
A bit of chaos. I think that is something that teams like, I would say, England and Germany struggle. When there is a lot of when there is a lot of chaos going on, you need a bit of creativity, and teams that are very well drilled and militant in their tactics and their formations and their styles, unfortunately struggle to adapt. Shot attempt there from Glenn, very wide.
Very out of bounds.
Yeah, it was a bit low.
Belgian beater is really far behind.
Yeah, but there is the other beater whose name I cannot remember for the life of me, but very nice.
Mees, I think it's Mees.
Mees, yeah. A newish player, I believe, only for a few years, but went to
This was a very blatant right in front of Niklas.
Yeah. Idia knows already. Yeah. Again, if you're stepping forward, you probably can't tackle them from behind. I like to sometimes do this tackle from behind. I like to stand and wait for them to come towards me.
Yeah.
And then just take them down with me, ideally. Or you pressure, you put your hand on their chest, and then you slide your hand all the way around so that you're maintaining contact.
Yeah.
So even if you are running forward with them, because you initiated from the front, you can tackle them from behind.
Also a tackle that feels illegal, but is completely legal, is if you have one hand in front and put the second hand around the back, like happened right now with Manu. Perfect example at that moment. Great defense again, and here's the fast break happening.
But they have two dodgeballs on defense, but they are still running. Okay, they are resetting. They only have 3 chasers and 1 dodgeball. Good beat there, but Hector cleans up that one on his only half. Shot. Goal is beautiful there from the keeper, number 11, Adri.
It might be a chance for a triple bludger control if you can make the beat. So now Belgium has all 3 bludgers on their own side.
But the problem is they weren't quite quick to action. Beautiful catch there from Hector.
And on the offense we have Glenn pass to number 23 and a quick score. And the broom's down. There is a fun thing with Niklas during a game at EQC in Limerick. He said to me, I refed more games than you ever played.
Wow.
And which is quite possible. I believed him back then and believe him now even more.
That's a bit of a flex there to say that it's like I've had more, I've eaten this more than you have hot dinners, is the saying in English, I think. But that is, I honestly would believe him. I think every tournament I ever see online, Niklas is there.
Yes.
Obviously, and especially in Germany, very well known ref domestically. And very well revered internationally.
Yeah, you know what you're going to get. You always know what you're going to get.
Yeah. And whether you like Niklas' style or not, he's consistent.
Yes.
It is always to the letter of the law. We'll card everyone equally. And that is kind of what you want, I guess.
Yes. I want to be treated equally.
Yes. I don't mind carding me strictly as long as you card them strictly.
Yes, exactly.
That's my logic, and I think that unfortunately hinders the Spanish quite a bit. At Q Nations last year, I think they had the most cards.
Yes.
There was a lovely statistic. It was a lovely prediction sheet put together by Ashara Paris this weekend, and on my prediction, I had Spain as being the team most carded this weekend.
I mean, they're well on their way right now. With like 4 by now.
I think they are on about 4 in less than one game. Good averages. Nice pass over the top to Ilya. Ilya tries to flick it back, unfortunately. Lana, the bit of pressure there from Lana is too much. Manu tries to stop, slow down.
Great stutter step. Passing back.
Glenn looking, running round. Good block there for Manu. But the ball is back with Marks. Second attempt, drive through. Nice little hand swat there to stop the tackle coming in there. I've not really seen that much, where you've got the ball in your dominant hand, if you're right or left hand, you pull it tucked in underneath your other one, which is holding your broom, and you use it to swat the person away.
It's something I practice personally, but I only can do it in practice.
Yeah.
I haven't done it in a game. Well, I think I did once in like 6 years, which is not a good.
I think there's such a high level skill. Again, the only other people that I've seen doing it were Sam Spencer of South Sea in England and Seb Waters of LQC in England.
Some American players, US players can do it really, really well.
Matthias, you picked up the ball.
Cool. Goal to Hector. Goal is good. I'm not sure what the score is.
I can take a quick look while the...
It is 10-4. I'm going to go to the Belgiques. Timeout called by Spain. Okay, you are the Spanish captain right now. What are you saying to your team?
So the things that looked out like the most promising things were when they had the chaos in front of the Belgian hoops. But it's really hard to force chaos, especially against a experienced team like the Belgian one. So they have to get control more often. Yes. I know they're used to playing without balls at all, but it will not work against the Belgian defense. And if they want the chaos, they need to produce chaos with beaters.
I think they're trying this over-the-top pass, which is coming off sometimes, but for the last few attempts, the passes have been a little bit shorter. I think maybe they need to be a little bit closer, and then having a second person who's aware that the first receiver is going to be beat out, because we've seen Lana there put pressure on that receiver, and Ilya was unfortunate with the last 2 attempts. Basically just like all she could do was just swat it back, and it didn't have enough power. What you want to be doing if you're that receiver is taking that beat, making sure that dodgeball is hitting you, and then you have a second player on your team able to come and scoop up that loose volleyball or loose quad ball.
Yes, either it's just a one contact pass you have to hit.
Yes.
Or you need to have a 80-40 is the call right now.
Okay.
80 to 40. Oh, this was like this.
Yes, still close though. 80-40. If you are Spain, when you with their seekers, I think Hector is their seeker, Alberto is their seeker. They have very good seekers, and the chaos of the dodgeball game during that moment might favour Spain, especially with the physicality on hoops. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. Pass over the top there from Manu. Unfortunately, it was a pass shot. Ilya was not quite in position.
Yeah, you have to be clear, because if you do try to do more shots, the chaser behind the hoops needs to stand further back to be able to get a chance to get the shot. So you have to either do one or the other, because both can't work.
Yeah, I quite like as a tactic, I haven't seen it much, but where people, when they attack from the baseline. So you go right to the back, and then you attack forward towards the hoops from there, if that makes sense.
This might probably be a pass after beat, yes. With an amazing long-range beat from a Spanish beat, obviously.
I'm not sure, maybe number 20, but good dunk there. That's how you're meant to do it. I think that's Adri there with a really nice power. Oh no, it's not Adri, sorry, number 14.
Serie? No.
Yeah,
I really wish to have a cheat sheet right now.
Yes, but anyway, as I was saying, I think if you're a receiver behind the hoops, what I think is a nice and underutilized tactic is actually running along the boundary line and then running forward once they've made that shot attempt, so that you can judge, once you've seen how high that shot is going, whether you need to be further back to receive it, or whether you need to be further closer to the hoops, or judge left or right.
Great fake by Joy, but a block
by Manu. Manu, quite a tall player, very experienced, played for Ireland as he lives in Dublin, but also plays for Spain now. Ilya trying to set a block there on Sepe. Sepe shifts that block. No one really there for Manu. Manu passes across to Ilya, who scoops it up straight to Sepe to collect. That cutting pass, I really like it. I think it's massively underutilized. It's quite a difficult skill, but I think you need to be able to make that cutting pass where you slice through the defense, the person receives it and immediately knows that second pass is coming. A little bit of disjointedness there from Spain we've seen in the last few attacks.
It's a lot of timing that needs to go right with that one.
We're seeing a lot of like Spanish man marking defense,
Yes.
which it requires a lot of stamina, endurance and speed. Second warning there for delay of game.
Really close shot.
Hanna. Oh no.
Might be a diving call.
I think, or yes, I think so. I think that's what I interpreted as. I believe Anja is probably saying
Or is it a
a
kick?
drop
Or is it a kick by Hanne?
after beats.
No, not kick off the beat, but if...
Oh,
okay.
yeah, no call.
Because if the chaser from the other team
Yes,
moves their hand
yes.
down to the ball, you're not allowed to kick it anymore.
Yes.
And I did not see it because a lot of players in our view.
Hit in the face, but she was going to the
Oh, okay. That's fair.
We got a quick call from a Spanish coach. It was
Nice.
a face beat, but it was...
Yeah. I really
In the movement,
like when no calls are called. When it's a quick, yes, something happened, not worth it, carry on.
And are you all right?
Yes.
This is also a really important
I saw-
question to ask.
Talking of moments like that, I saw an interesting one in the Austria game earlier. I think your immune keeper was tackled. The ball was swatted out of the hand. Sam Spencer, the assistant referee, did see it. Jenny missed it, who's the head referee.
Yes.
But you guys quickly recovered the quad ball and basically decided, Jenny went, you guys got the ball back, it's all fine. It's no harm done. Which I think is a nice, fair call.
Yeah, but we have to be honest. It's something that Renner, this keeper that happened to, does like to do it.
Yes.
Because a lot of people don't know this rule. Amazing
Yeah.
display of athleticism, but actually not a goal.
Beat before.
Yes.
I think that beat was from Elena of Sevilla Vikings.
So, you were talking about the Spanish seekers before.
Yes.
But we can't leave out the Belgian seekers, who are like two of the best in the world in Merckx and Deloy. Or not Deloy. Yeah, it's just Nick Loy.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Stephanie Young with a long pass over the top, and unfortunately the Belgique chaser just an inch out of the height.
Oh, a missed beat, and now a lot of space for the Spanish team, the Belgian team.
Yep. Interesting though that Sepe didn't go for the return pass or drive. Goal no good. Again, another goaltending incident from the keeper, which we love to see. I think it's massively underutilized.
Yes, very much, yeah.
Horrifically underutilized as a tactic.
Especially as a taller keeper, you should just try to block through the big hoop.
In my years gone by, when I wasn't injured and used to play, what I really like to do as a keeper, I'm not the tallest, but I like to stand about a step behind my hoops to be able to jump forward and also be able to step side to side. Because by being behind the hoops, you can see all three of your hoops. You know exactly where they are, so you're not going to jump in the wrong place between the hoops, the gaps, and you'll also get that extra fraction of a second to react. Obviously, you might have to step up, and it does. You do suffer for that ability, but I think the trade-off. I think the trade-off is a lot more beneficial, in my opinion, as a shorter player. And unfortunate there, Jorge taps it into his own hoops.
Yes. I mean, it might have been through without it, but this way is even sadder.
Yes, it was a good stop, but unfortunately it just went in, and unfortunately not wearing the green headband meant he couldn't block his own thingy. Block his own...
I think that's the first time that Louis is on the pitch as a beater for
I think
Belgium.
Louis started.
Oh yeah, he started, yeah.
But it's the first time we're seeing Louis back. And good beat back there from Hezule. Yeah, stoppage for an injury. Stephanie Ann just down there from the contact that happened earlier. So, I think at this point, the game is probably obviously in favour of Belgium. And I think once the flag runner comes on the pitch very shortly, in the next few minutes probably, I think the game should start to favour Belgium even more. There we are.
But they had control most of the game,
Yeah.
which is like one of the most important things you can have during flag on pitch.
Yeah, but the thing is, when the flag runner is on pitch, all it takes is for, as I said, we were talking about the Spanish Seekers earlier, Alberto, very athletic, as we saw with that block earlier, half a yard, less than a second. I've seen Alberto catch in the tightest of windows when there was another seeker and 2 beaters around, and Alberto still manages to sneak in there. And I think that's what this Belgian team needs to be really wary of. But in the volleyball game, I think it does favour Spain, as they seem to be a lot more physical and aggressive, a lot more further out from their hoops.
Yes.
With this man defense. It's 1-to-1 physical defense. Lots of running. And unfortunate there for Sepe.
Yeah, but an amazing pick by Nick. Another thing that I think is massively underutilized and really, really strong if you can actually do it.
Yes.
I mean, it's always dangerous to make it tighter because beaters have it a bit easier.
Yeah.
But if you use it effectively, you open up so much space for the driver.
I think the thing that I find it's used a lot in the English game at least, but what is not used is the pick and roll. Is the pick and roll. Not the right choice there from Elena. Elena should have just picked it up there, despite Louis' pressure.
Where is the
Pass over the
ball?
top.
Oh, with Nick.
Pass over the top.
Yes.
Good block. Good save. But yes, the pick and the roll. So setting a really nice screen is beautiful, but you don't just want to go, you know what? I made a really good pick there. I mean, you just pat yourself on the back while the game is still going on. You want to stay involved. There is only 4 of you in the quad ball game. You want to be able to impact it as much as you can. Set that pick and set the roll. Really nice pass there. Really nice athletic goal from Jorge, who was a pass over the top, tipped it to himself. I don't know if we got this on camera, but he tipped it to himself over the player, was falling down. Nick tried to tackle him, was falling, dived, threw it off the top of the hoop. It bounced in. Oh my God.
But there.
Charge from behind, there we are.
Yeah.
The goal was good.
Goal is good, yeah.
Man.
Goal is good and nullified by score.
Yeah.
So Nick stays on pitch.
That might be one of the greatest things I've seen in the sport. Like, it was at no point did Jorge have control really of it. He tipped it over someone. It was a loopy, lofty pass tipped over a player, caught it, then got pushed from behind, as we've seen by the card, and dove and flicked it in. Oh, oi, bellissimo. But yeah, so let's see what happens in the second game. I believe Mark should probably catch fairly soon. Not a discredit to the flag runner at all, but Mark is a very experienced.
You can't give either seeker more than like 15 seconds, 10 seconds, maybe even 5 seconds.
Yeah,
I
think
with the flag.
I think 2 attacks. If either of them have 2 clean attacks,
It's over.
it's over. I think it hit the ground there, but let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think they're relying on
That
the flag
means that
runner.
the Spanish team got the control back. What do you say? Athleticism in one attack.
Oh my God! Sorry. I said Jorge's goal earlier might be one of the best things I've seen. That might be one of the best things I've ever seen. While being attacked by the Belgian seeker, the flag runner turns and Alberto out of nowhere flies in, slides, grabs it, and then the flag runner carries on. Alberto goes, "Oh, I've got it." He didn't even realise it was in his hand. Wow. Oh, wow. I'm sorry, that was... no words.
Yeah. The big thing to try see the Spanish beater argue, the Belgian beater argue right now is that the foul happened before. If someone saw it...
So I think what the foul was, it was a beat attempt on number 32, Barbara. I believe it was close. It looked like it hit the ground based upon the ball was bouncing up slightly when Barbara caught it between the legs.
Yeah.
I think
this is the thing, it needs to be seen. If someone saw it and caught it, then they can talk about it. If nobody saw it, then...
I think Anjit may have saw it, assistant referee in the sunglasses, may have seen it, but called it fine. And equally, in my opinion, I don't think it impacted the catch as much, considering that Louis was by the flag runner.
Yeah, that's the next thing you have to think about. Did it impact the game?
And Barbara immediately went back to defence, didn't beat out Marks, which meant Alberto didn't have the uncontested time. The catch came because of something going on with...
You have to look good now for the camera.
we're just posing for our photos there, as we love to see it. But yes, as I was saying, maybe the argument you could say if that Belgium had both dodgeballs, they wouldn't have overcommitted. Louis might not have overcommitted, but I think that doesn't take away anything from the sneakiness of the catch, the athleticism, the speed.
The catch in and of itself
Yes.
was absolutely amazing. And if nothing around it happened,
Yes.
it is definitely a good catch.
Yeah, I think it will be interesting to see exactly what the discussion. I think the catch. I think it's not about the catch. I think they're discussing whether anything else happened.
Yes. There's also have to look at gender rules. If we have a gender rule with a
Yep.
3 max rule at this tournament.
And 4 max on snitch on pitch.
Yes.
Protecting play after being beat. 1 minute penalty time. Catch, no go.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they've ruled that was a beat, but see, in my opinion, I think that is harsh considering the beat wasn't called to my
But
knowledge.
she affected maybe not the flag game,
Yes.
but she affected the chaser
Of
game.
course, yes.
Because the running back and having both beaters at
Yes,
the
of
hooks
course,
is a
yeah.
big difference.
It did impact, and it is the right call according to the letter of the law. I just don't know if Barbara was called beat.
That's something we will never know actually.
Yeah.
Okay, reset, refocus. It's 0-0.
And
we have to
recatch,
catch.
I guess.
Yes, recatch.
But I think what that has done. 1 second.
Something was called for Geo. Something important this might happen. Everyone is resetting to play again. Both seekers should be on broom. Yes, they are. Let's see if another quick catch happens.
Yeah. I think what that catch will do though is although the Belgique know how good Alberto is, that will really solidify how good Alberto really is.
Yeah.
As you can see, Jona there trying to just getting to Alberto quickly before, and Mark's not close enough.
If I remember correctly, this is a German flag runner, and as you see, he is a running flag runner, which is something that doesn't happen a lot
Not anymore.
in the game. Yes.
Oh! And Alberto once again sneaking in. Mark's frustrated there, having put a lot of effort, but Alberto just getting in side by side, bit of strength in, and swiping
And
that.
having the inside line, which is like very important in racing and flag catching, it seems.
Maybe you can train to be a seeker by watching the Formula One and understand these angles, these tight insides. But yes, so the score is
90.
90 to.
No, Belgium team has 90.
Belgium
right?
team has 90.
They have 6, they caught 1990.
Oh, it's
90.
90-90 with targets going 120. This is like the perfect overtime you can have.
Yes, and I think this is where for Spain you need to utilize this and use the momentum to carry it on. Manuel there getting that reset long pass. Sorry, not Manuel. Jorge resetting that long pass and looking for the players. Chrissy on the right, Stabel on the left, and Adri behind, now switching to the shoulder on the 11, keeper Adri there. I believe beaters are Hector and Bablo, who's in the bin. Long pass at the top.
Sadly, he had it from the floor because it was slipping. Belgium switched over to like kind of a person marking in front, which was interesting to see. Missed beat against Seppe, so he has an open way. 1 dodge, 1 score.
That's 1, 2 left.
2 left.
I think if you are Spain here, I think regrettably I think they might lose this game, but I don't think this thing's a lot closer.
It was an amazing showing, yes.
Yeah.
It also makes this group really, really interesting. Yeah, there's a stoppage right now.
I wonder if this is going to be called on Louis' beat attempt, where Belgium had 2 dodgeballs. Louis had one in his hand and nearby him, and he threw it at number 5, Chrissy, which technically is legal, but it was quite low. So maybe you can make the argument that it wasn't a true attempt, because it looked like it bounced before. I think if it bounces before it gets to them, that is technically not a beat attempt.
This is it's a no call, but I think that was the thing that we're discussing about. I have to admit, beater rules, since I don't play beater and not an assistant ref, I really struggle with beater rules.
Yep. as someone who has read the rule book hundreds and thousands of times in my dreams, I know the rules from a practical standpoint in terms of how they should be played and how they should be enforced, but there's the micro nuances. I have passed the tests, apart from the head ref test, but it's those micro nuances and the wordings, and that's where it can cause a lot of confusion, which is where I think a lot of non-English language speakers really struggle because of the interpretation and the translations of the rules. Good dodge there. Pass over the top, flicks in, and scores there by Stabel.
Yes, it's a nice situation of 110 to 100 with the target score of 120. They need to stop Belgium now to have a chance at a win.
Yeah, really nice there. Hezule fighting against Louis. Louis wanting to try and get the dodge ball off Hezule, and Jono trying to close it down, but passes right over the top. Who gives it? Hezule gives it back to Hector.
Pass in the back.
Good catch. Bit of a loopy pass, looking straight over to Sepe. Sepe will want to close this out. I think, is it goal for them, one left? Yes.
One goal left, yes.
And 2 for Spain.
Correct, yeah.
Two for Spain,
two
one for Belgium. Good beat there from Hector.
Joy has the ball. There's a beat happening. Pass to the side. And this is probably, maybe, who will know, the win.
I think the Spanish team
Ref?
staff member,
Coach. He's a coach actually.
Okay, was saying that the ball went out.
Yeah, arguing with an out of bounds.
Yeah. From my end, we have the luxury of being basically about 2 steps from it. I think it was out.
And this is a call that's happening by the ref team.
Yeah. And again, quite close, called it and got the right call in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it should be a Chrissy inbounding number 5. Yeah. There we are.
Yeah, inbounding here on the side.
Yeah. Again, Anje has been in the right place for every single instance. That is the mark of a
game-deciding
good,
instance.
Yeah,
especially. Yeah.
But that's the mark of a good assistant referee. Understanding the game and knowing where you're meant to be in relation to the game,
and not in the way when you don't need to be important. Good physical tackle from the Belgium team.
Trying to keep that ball out, Chrissy. Unfortunately, the ball is Hector coming in to clean this up. There we are. Both of them beats. That's okay. That's interesting.
Was a pretty low contact with the face. I don't know the exact rules if we can contact.
I think it was incidental. Don't shoot. Oh, half a second too late. You need to call that. You need to explain to your teammates that there is a beater over there. They are armed. You can't go. You got to be quicker.
Yes. Especially on this level. It's the highest level possible in Europe right now on the national team level.
And especially when it's a moment like that where that goal would have put it into golden goal range.
Yes, and now they have to stop Belgium again.
Yep.
Pass to the right, and back to Josef on Steenkiste.
Miss.
Shot over the hoops.
Tips the hoop.
Joy has it.
Yeah. Upside for Spain there. Only 2 hoops to defend, as one went down on that. Alberto tracking. Goal undecided, keeps going. Play to the whistle. Play to the whistle.
Ball is on the right.
Play to the whistle. Play to the whistle. Alberto scores.
And we are now in a golden goal situation.
Yep.
Yes.
Play to the whistle. That's what you have to do. And whether it was goaltending, whether it went in, it doesn't. You have to carry on.
Yes.
One left. If that's good. Uno más. Stephanie, uno más. Okay, that's if that's called. That's if that goal was called good, and the other one's called
1 second.
No good.
The ref is.
Oh.
Okay, the goal was good.
The goal was good.
And again, a ref was in the right position.
Yep.
The goal ref was able to see it.
Yeah.
It was a great game to watch.
It was a very athletic game. I'm excited to watch this one back and watch many more games today. I've been Gio.
I've been Matthias.
Thank you very much.
Nice.
That was fun. So I did not.